Florence is a web-based system, which means you can access it anywhere you have an internet connection. That uses a simple SMS text messaging service, so anyone with a mobile phone can use it. One of the unique things about Florence is that it relies on existing care pathways. So any advice and information that the system gives to the patient has already been approved by a clinician.
When I was first introduced to Florence, I just felt such a sense of excitement in that I could readily see how this group of patients, especially my sort of younger cohort, would start to engage with it. Sometimes for the young people and the teenagers, one of the strategies that they will adopt is they decide that they will disengage with their diabetes. We had a good discussion about Florence and what it might be able to do for her, and she was really excited about going on to Florence. And so she's been receiving text messages every day, and she's sending the text messages back with her blood glucose twice a day, and she's prompted to take her injections, which she does. And she has completely turned around her diabetes management within 6 weeks of starting on Florence, and reduced her long-term blood glucose or HbA1c by 1/3, which has got huge implications in terms of her long-term health.
My name's Ellen and I'm 16. I got diagnosed when I was 11, almost turning 12. I ended up in hospital with ketoacidosis, which wasn't very good. Everyday life changed, like having to check your blood and injecting. I thought it was weird at first, but as you get more texts, it clicks. You get 2 reminders to send your bloods in a day, and about three or 4 texts a day. I feel a lot less tired. I remember I was feeling really tired a few months back, but I haven't been having many naps, so it's a good sign. Just go for it, see what it does for you. It helped me, so it's quite straightforward.
When we first were asked to consider using Florence, we had a degree of trepidation, I must admit. We weren't entirely convinced. Florence has been the first one that really seemed to us to be very usable from a patient point of view, particularly it's very simple to use, it's not intrusive, and from a clinician point of view it seemed relatively straightforward as well. Chris has been using Florence specifically to monitor his weight, and in heart failure that's a really important measurement for us because then it helps us to know what his fluid balance is, the state of his heart failure, and how we need to adjust medications on a day-to-day basis. Now with Florence, Chris has found that he's been able to take control of his weight. It's focused things for him, so in addition to doing the monitoring that we wanted, he's been looking at the things that he's always wanted to somehow.
My first impression was, I can't really say how that would help me, to be honest. I was quite surprised actually how much it has helped me. Well, I've been using it for about a month or a month and a half, something like that now. It has become part of my life after all. You know somebody's monitoring your weight, and if anything looks like it's going right, they're going to be on the phone or arranging for appointments or whatever. So yeah, there's that kind of reassurance side to it as well. That is good. It's reassuring to know that when you're probably at your lowest, because no matter what else, mentally you're quite low after the likes of that one, not just stuffing right out of you, to know that somebody's there in the background keeping an eye on you, got your corner if you like.
We're a small team and we cover a wide and quite difficult to travel across geographical area. We are finding now with Chris in our pilot study that We are at the point of being able to reduce face-to-face contacts with him, so he's got to take less time off work to travel into clinic to see us, without either of us feeling that's going to reduce the quality of his care. What's interesting for us is that he's now feels far more confident and able to manage his own care. He's taken a lot of ownership of his own condition and is come on leaps and bounds in terms of self-management.
We're a health board, small in numbers, but disparate geographically, with 3 main island locations with bits of water in between them. Now that's a challenging environment in which to provide care. The good thing about this methodology with Florence is that the geographical boundaries don't really matter. They're overcome by the system, and that's really important. We don't want to see our patients having to make difficult journeys. We don't want to see them having to go off island indeed. We want things to be as easy and as seamless as possible. Florence is very much part of that. I'm really interested to see Florence up and running. It's exciting to see us making progress here, because now we have the potential for patients to be looking after their own health in a radically different way. We're beginning to see what looks like real measurable improvements in individual patient care, so that has to be exciting.